offensively, I just think they manned up. We executed our offense. Quez is really becoming an experienced signal caller. He's a rock out there. He makes good decisions. He takes care of the ball, and you know, the turnovers went away today. And I kept telling us, our offense all week, if we make the turnovers go away, if we just take care of the ball, we can be a pretty good offense, and we're able to do it today.
Special teams. Seems like you guys found one way to have an error in each element of it.
Yeah.
Is it just getting it out of your system, just one of those days?
Honestly, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind you, Mitch had a day, and you know, the blocks were low kicks, and you know, they had a little bit of penetration, but our operation time was good, and we just got to get more lift on the ball, and you know, we can't, that's, you know, a kicker can't let the last kick affect his next kick, and Mitch has to learn that, you know, and he's a really good kicker. He's got a great leg, and it seems like when things are going good for him, you know, he's one of the better kickers around, and as soon as he has a little bit of adversity, he starts to overthink things, and you know, I don't know how many blocks did they have? 3?
Yeah.
3 blocks, and it was just the altitude of the ball, and that's why I tried Champ, you know, on the other one. And, but I have confidence in Mitch, and he just needs to work out the mechanics and just relax and kick like he kicked in camp and early in this season.
Do you think it's easier because he's had this exact same hiccup before and gotten over it?
I think so. I hope so, and I do. You know, he's a senior. He's a proud guy. You know, he's a little bit dejected in there right now, so I have no doubt that he's going to come back and you know, be an asset to us as the season goes along.
What were your thoughts as entered the final drive? Obviously, you were able to score a touchdown, but knowing that you needed a field goal in that situation, were you going to be steadfast and say we're kicking the field goal if we get the situation?
Yes.
And it was
At the
going to be
end
Mitch?
Yes, we were going to kick the field goal. It was the right thing to do. We were up by 6. We needed to go up by more than 1 score. I called Mitch over and I said, if it comes down to it, I'm going to kick you.
You lost both of your cornerbacks at one point. And how did you feel about the guys who stepped in? And do you expect Keith back? I saw him in a knee brace.
That remains to be seen. You know, I'm sure they're going to do some tests on the knee as we get back. We don't know if it was a strain, a sprain, what it was, a bruise. But we won't know that till we get back in Boca. Reggie Brown came in and played like a man, and then Sherrod Eastman came in and played like a man. And they're both very talented guys, and Coach Watson runs those guys through with the ones. They've played some nickel for us, so they've been on the field before, you know, and you know, it's one reason, especially in those skilled positions, where I do believe in playing young guys on special teams, because in a big game like this with a 6-point lead, you throw them out there and they're not awestruck, and certainly both those guys played well.
His Brown's tackle there to force a 4th down. It turned out to be nothing, but that was a big play for the team.
He's a good ball player, and he listens and he learns, and you know, made the play when we needed him to. He made it, and he had some good coverage on the other side on previous downs, so he really played well when he was in.
It's a 1 week at a time sort of a situation, obviously, but grander scheme of this, it keeps you guys in contention for bowl eligibility. It's your first Conference USA win. This is one you had to have, and you got it. Is that a watershed moment for the team at all, or is that still yet to come?
I hope it's a watershed moment for us, because we really, if you look, we made a lot of mistakes today. And I told him after the game, you know, wins aren't always perfect, but we did make a lot of mistakes. What was different this week is when we needed them to, we had guys step up and make plays for us, and that's how you win football games. And the other thing, Dieter, is we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot on offense. And you know, previous 2 weeks we took 2 very good teams to the wire and had 9 turnovers while doing it. And you know, I just kept reminding them, just think of how those games might have turned out, if we would have just taken care of our own mistakes. And today we took care of those mistakes on offense, and look what happened. I put together a pretty good offensive day.
It's got to be nice to never have to answer another question about quarterback again.
Oh, it'll come eventually.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay.